Mrtrotter is known for having a little different history. As many people already know, he served in the US military. Now, he shares his story with us. How did you get involved in the US military?
Okay, my father was in the military. My family is generally a military family. Through discussions with my family and with some of other adults near me, it seemed like the military was the best option for me. So I applied to several universities, some military universities, and I was accepted, and I got a nice deal. So I ended up going to a military university, and that's how it all started.
How many years did you serve?
The 4 years at the Naval Academy counts as active duty, plus the 4 years afterwards. So I guess a total of 8 years of active duty.
What would be your most memorable experience from the military?
Oh, I guess the first there's so many memories that come to mind. But I guess there was a moment when I was in flight school, and I had an early morning flight, and the runway was the airport was right on the coast of the water. And anyway, so I took off, and the sun was just rising, and so when I took off, I flew up and into the clouds and right into the sunrise, and it was like being right in the sunrise, and it was beautiful. I just remember just how wonderful of a feeling that was.
How did you make your decision to become a teacher after these experiences?
I made my decision to leave the military for a couple reasons. One, um, I was in flight school during the first Iraq War, the Desert Storm, and that was supposed to be they were anticipating a really long war, and you may not remember, but it was over in like a couple weeks, and it was done. And so uh, the government had to reduce the size of the military, and so um, that was kind of a driving force uh, for letting people out that were in the military. As soon as I got out of the military, I knew I wanted to teach, and so I started the process of getting to be a teacher.
And lastly, what kind of advice would you give to students who are interested in joining the military?
It can be a really wonderful opportunity. It's not for everybody. Um, so you kind of have to, if you speak with enough people who are in the military, and you learn from their experiences and get their advice, you might get a better idea if it is something that's for you. And if you do think it is something that you would enjoy, then I would say go for it. And because there's a lot of doors that end up opening, a lot of wonderful experiences. Um, yeah.
Does Mrtrotter look different now? If you have his class or meet him in the hallway, stop by and ask more questions.